Brady seems like the logical candidate for MVP right now, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's an odd MVP race, and we've talked about it on and off throughout the year. It's not that Brady's had. I mean, he's been very good, especially for a 40-year-old QB. He's been amazing, but this isn't even one of his best years. He was better last year statistically. He had 28 TDs and 2 picks last year. Granted, he played 12 games because of the Deflategate suspension. But right now, he's leading the league in yards. He's got 28 TDs and 7 picks. So it's a very good year, but it's not like you look at the numbers and you're like, oh, there's no doubt about it, that guy's MVP. But when you look around the league, Carson Wentz was the top challenger, torn ACL. Russell Wilson, I thought, was a pretty good challenger too because of what he was doing carrying that Seattle team. But they've lost 2 in a row. They might not make the playoffs, and they just got embarrassed at home by the Rams.
That's bad.
And what happens late in the season really counts. So I just don't. If the Seahawks go 9-7 and miss the playoffs, there's no way Russell Wilson's winning MVP. He probably isn't even winning if they're 10-6 and they make the playoffs as a wild card. You have Antonio Brown. I thought was a very, very strong contender, even though receivers don't win that award, just because of he was having another historic season. He was on pace for almost 1,900 yards, just uncoverable. But he goes down with the calf injury, won't play in the final 2 games. That pretty much throws him out of the race. Drew Brees has had a good season for the Saints, but his numbers are nowhere near where they've been. They've really relied more heavily on the running game. He's been 72% completion rate, very good, but his numbers are even lower than Brady's. They're not really MVP worthy. And then, I mean, I don't know, like Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley might win Offensive Player of the Year.
17 touchdowns, and he's got like
17
1,800
touchdowns. See, that's the thing.
yards.
I would say he's the only one with a chance to catch Brady, and he would almost have to duplicate what he did against Seattle in the final 2 weeks. Like he had 180 yards from scrimmage and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So let's just say he goes averages 180 yards from scrimmage in the final 2 games and scores 6 total touchdowns in those 2 games. That puts him at 23 touchdowns for the year and a whole bunch of yards. Maybe in that case, maybe he's the MVP, but seldom do running backs win that award. Usually it's when they have historic statistical seasons. Sean Alexander, 31 TDs, LaDainian Tomlinson, 28 TDs, whatever those. Marshall Faulk, I believe, won once.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s. So that's really that's what you need to hit as a running back. Todd Gurley, not quite there yet. Maybe he can get to that range where the stats are just so impressive that you can't be denied. But right now, it almost looks like it's wrapped up and it's Brady's award.